Yo, what's good? It's your boy Rich. I'm back, man. I told myself I would never do a car video, and lo and behold, life comes at you fast, right, man? Life comes at you fast. Well, everyone, again, thank you guys so much for growing my channel, man. My channel has grown so much. Over 1,000 subscribers now. So each and every one of you guys, I love you guys very much, man. And thank you for rocking with your boy. Thank you for rocking with me. It's been a very busy week for me. Of course, it's Thanksgiving, but I do want to kind of talk about some things in the sports world because we had a lot happen this week. Your boy Jason Garrett got fired. So it came out yesterday that Jason Garrett, offensive coordinator of the New York Football Giants, was relieved of his duties by head coach Joe Judge, and this team is about to blow it up, guys. Like, first, Joe Judge really was very critical of the players a few weeks ago. This week, after a very disappointing loss to the Tampa Bay Bucks and Tampa Tom, Joe Judge is very critical of the coaches. And lo and behold, the day after that Monday Night Football game, Jason Garrett is fired. Scapegoat much? Jason Garrett's a scapegoat. Is it fair? No, but that's the game. That's the NFL. Firing an offensive coordinator, particularly midway through the season, or a little over midway through the season, really sends a incredible message to the front office and the staff there. If you're in the front office, if you're an owner, you may be thinking this, and this is what I think the owner is leaning towards, and that's, this guy really doesn't know what he's doing. Firing an offensive coordinator midway through the season is not a good look for Joe Judge, because you hired him. You hired Jason Garrett because of his experience as an offensive coordinator, but also as a coach, to be able to help and assist you navigate towards the NFL, being a first-time head coach. And you fired the guy, and make no mistake about it, the offensive line from the New York Giants is horrible. They played horrendous on Monday night. They played terrible. They were so bad. They let pressure through on a 3-man rush. That's bad offensive line play. So I'm looking at the offensive line coach. I'm looking at David Gettleman, because the talent that you brought on the offensive line, and really just all in all, like, there's so many misses on this team. I do feel that they're going to blow it up this offseason. I think Gettleman's probably gone. They'll look to find a GM who can find or identify more dynamic talent. I think Joe Judge is also gone. I think there'll be better head coaching candidates this offseason, to be honest. And I think there'll be more candidates that will be ready to be a head coach. It just isn't clicking, and sometimes that happens, And I just feel like Joe and the Giants are probably going to part ways this offseason. Usually the offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator is the first to go. They are the first line of defense as far as firings, and then, you still have the rest of the season. And Freddie Kitchens is the new interim, I guess, offensive coordinator. He done a very good job as an offensive coordinator. Horrible job as a head coach. That's well documented in Cleveland a few years ago, but he's not going to save this team. This team suffers from talent deficiencies on the offensive line, and they don't really have a whole lot of playmakers anywhere else. Going to have multiple high draft picks, so this year you go into the draft with the ability to really upgrade either at the offensive line, get you a few offensive weapons, and see what can happen. But I think Joe's gone, and Jason Garrett is just the first shoe that fell on that. Tonight, the day before Thanksgiving, LeBron James comes back from his suspension. As you guys know, LeBron did his best Floyd Mayweather impersonation and punched the young man from Detroit in the face, caused a huge altercation, Rumble at the Palace Part 2. And as a result, LeBron got a 1-game suspension. They then lost that 1 game against the New York Knicks a few days ago. And the Lakers need LeBron again because they have no direction without LeBron. LeBron just gives them focus. Like, and, I did a video stating how LeBron's efficiency helps this team incredibly, but it goes beyond that. Like, this team is a bunch of guys who is used to being number one options on their team and really don't know how to play together because they're used to franchises building off of them. But they're brought into a situation where they are the building piece around LeBron. And, LeBron really has been in and out of the lineup. I mean, he just came back from injury only to get suspended for 1 game. This team is just defensively horrible. Again, with the Knicks, I mean, they played horribly defensively. They didn't defend well at the perimeter. Again, New York Knicks, as soon as a high screen at the top of the key, guys would play under the screen and just leave guys wide open for three. No attempt to even try to contest. No attempt. Just they playing hope defense. Hope a guy misses a shot and we can get the rebound. And you're gonna lose in today's NBA when guys are shooting at a high efficiency from the three, especially these better teams. So they play the Pacers, which is a good game for a Laker team like this to play. Pacers are, they're battling for the very, very last spot in the playoffs. Right now, I think they're 13th in the division and a few games out of 8th place. The Pacers are a great team to kind of get your legs up under you. By no means a good team. By no means a bad team. They're in 13th place. They're battling for all intents and purposes for that 8th spot. They're a few games back. But, talent-wise, the Lakers, even without LeBron, talent-wise, I think probably on paper at least should be better than this Pacers team. With LeBron coming back, he gives them focus and he gives them the ability to have some sort of direction offensively. Defensively, he's probably just going to be playing center field. He's not. I don't think he's going to help them much on the defensive end, but at least increase their efficiency on the offensive end because they can't score. All that well. Even though Russ had a pretty fair, solid game numbers wise, the numbers look great, but you still lose. We'll see. I don't know if AD is going to play. I think he's been battling some injuries as well, so we'll have to see if AD plays. But if AD plays, this should be a good game to where they lock down, find their chemistry, and find out how they're going to play for the rest of the season. If not, then, last but not least, you have the Thanksgiving games. You have, first, Detroit versus the Chicago Bears. This is Firegate. These are two teams that, I feel should blow it up. I don't think Dan Campbell's the answer. Matt Nagy's definitely not the answer. But Campbell has a few more years left. He just got there, so they're going to give him more time to see what he can do. For all intents and purposes, if Nagy loses this game, he's fired. This is a win or you're going home game. Win or you're done game. Like, Nagy needs to win this game just to survive another week. If he loses to an 0-8, 0-9-1 team as bad of a reputation right now as the Lions, if he loses to that team, it's over. Matt Nagy is probably going to get fired. Either way it goes, but if he loses this game, he's definitely done. He's definitely toast. Because you can't be the only win so far on the team's record, on a team's resume, and expect to survive when people are calling for your jobs anyway. So that's a really big game, as far as jobs go, as far as job security, because either coach is really battling for their lives right now. Then you have the Cowboys versus the Raiders. Both teams coming off losses, bad losses at that, and losses in which the offense can't really do anything. Derek Carr is, he's really, I don't know, man. Derek Carr is a good quarterback. He just can't muster up those plays that would make him elite, and he can't do it consistently. There was a drive. Derek Carr literally threw 2 tight ends the entire drive. And you have Deshaun Jackson out there that you just got, and you couldn't even give him a target. It's things like that just kind of perplexing. I don't know if it's play calling or just Derek Carr, just as a result, just crazy season of the Raiders. And then similarly, Dak Prescott could not connect on a lot of those passes. A lot of those plays that usually Dak may get during the game, he couldn't connect. He was not accurate at all Sunday, and they got beat. They got beat bad by Kansas City. And I don't know if the Raiders is going to be a good or bad offense come tomorrow, Thanksgiving. I don't know which Raider team we're going to get. I don't know which Cowboy team we're going to get. This is such a fascinating game, I guess you can say. Such an intriguing game just because you don't know which team you're going to get from either side. And then you have the Buffalo Bills versus the New Orleans Saints. Both teams, again, coming off losses. I don't know where the Saints are. I think they've somehow lost the plot in their season. And it's okay. I mean, they're 500 right now, but, they don't really seem to be a contender. Yet they don't seem bad enough to stink. This could be a year to where they just, take a mulligan and restock and reload for next season and see who's going to be on your team, who's a player and who's not. Buffalo, on the other hand, is supposed to be one of the best teams in the AFC, and, they didn't play well at all. Their offense has really disappeared. I don't know what's going on. Josh Allen's, I think, trusting his arm a little too much now. He's starting to put the ball in harm's way. That Brett Favre syndrome is real. You know what I mean? That Brett Favre syndrome is real. Ask Mahomes about it. When you feel that you have superior arm talent and you can make any throw, you want to make any throw. And sometimes you put the ball in harm's way. And as a result, this Bills offense hasn't really been kicking in high gear for the last couple of weeks. And I'm still shocked that they can only muster 6 points against Jacksonville Jaguars. But that's another story for a different day. Predictions. I'm going to go ahead and predict the Lions to win. I think the Lions, Thanksgiving, last couple of games, they've been playing much better, even though they hadn't won any games. I think it just has the feel of that getting off the snide game, getting that first win type of deal. It just feels right. It just feels like Thanksgiving, they're going to put together some plays and win. So I'm predicting, shockingly, the Lions to win. I'm predicting the Cowboys to beat the Raiders. I think it'll be a high-scoring game, though. I do think that. I think that it's going to be 31-24. The Lions game, I think it's going to be a lower-scoring game. I think it's going to be 16-14. Detroit, off a game-winning field goal. Again, Raiders, I think it's going to be 31-24. Bills and Saints, I think the Bills are going to bounce back, and I think they're going to blow them out because it's prime time, and I think Buffalo will get up for games like this. So I think it's going to really be a blowout. I think Bills are going to, get back on track. I think it's going to be like a 10-34 game, Buffalo Bills. So that's my prediction for Thanksgiving. Again, guys, have a wonderful holidays. Much love. Get at them. And be on the lookout for more content.